Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium and the home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck is here, and these fans have been waiting since early in the day to get this one cranked up. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Miami will be in a hole thanks to that short return. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Canes are on the move. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He's looking to throw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Miami, 7. Georgia Tech, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will get the ball for the 1st time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
To the air, it's Miles. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking left. Another incompletion on third down. And the Canes will punt it away on fourth down. A low line drive and not his best work. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And now this offense will take the field again. On the ground, it's Fowler. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Handoff to the single back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go right back to him, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Miles. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give to the tailback. Sweet feet on the move. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're bringing heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Canes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. It's a draw. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Fires to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's got it down the middle. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and getting into a run.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The play action fake. Quarterback adapting. He'll throw it. It's complete to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground. At the 45, on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Line gets set. First down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the gun. Give on the inside. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Off play action. And that pass picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Open space at the 25. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Moves around to clear up the vision. That's reeled in. It's Cantrell. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the lone running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on second down. They go to the ground. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, Georgia Tech, 0.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Miles. Grabs it in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He's going to run it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking for a huge play. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Hurricane! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hands. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Miles. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. completion moved the chains. Now first down. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Yellow Jackets are on the move. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds a crease at the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Fowler. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Coming after it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Throws to the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Fires to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And the Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, but they're able to score some points, so you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Miles. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They keep attacking through the air. Finds his big tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Feeling some heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. They'll run play action. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his run.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run it. Hard running there. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw, it's Miles. They're working that left side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Puck looking deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
He looks that one in nicely, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking for space, it's Fowler. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. The Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. Nice move there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Quarterback will audible. Now from inside the red zone. Pressure coming. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves it with 2nd and short. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Coming after him. And the ball's loose in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. On the move, it's Fowler. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. On 1st down from their own 22. They'll ride the hot hand. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Leaves it with the running backs. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman? Getting to the running back, cat-like quickness.
Looking downfield, it's Miles. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Handoff from the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. A new set of downs after the completion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going up top. And he hauls it in inside the 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Canes look to keep this drive humming. Running back goes in motion. The aerial assault continues. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A run for the quarterback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Miami, 31. Georgia Tech, 10.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking down the middle. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop. Now on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll throw it on 1st down. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to pass, it's Miles. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Fowler. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll run it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Defense dropping into soft coverage. They'll go to the ground. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Canes decide to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. defense set on first down. These corners going to give them some space. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man. It's Fowler. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's looking to throw it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Now on the counter. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Just drives it between the uprights. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Georgia Tech, 16.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
16.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Release to the back. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Touchdown, Miami! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Unloads to the wideout. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricane! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Touchdown, Canes! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Miles. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Yellow Jackets trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by control.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, baby.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you